Mike, I want to start with you.
This is tough.
Give me your Luka prediction in terms of when's he going to play, how much is he going to play, and then your prediction for the series.
Total guess. He plays game 4 on Thursday.
Okay.
That he has off Saturday, Monday, Thursday, and then plays Saturday.
Okay.
So I guess I'm going with game 4, that they give him 2 weeks off of this injury, pretty much. Because of that, I will go Jazz in 6.
Okay.
But I mean, I can see where the Mavs get swept because Luka just doesn't play. I could see the Mavs win in 5. Let's just say the Mavs win game 1 without Luka. Luka comes back Monday night and is pretty darn healthy the rest of the series. Mavs win in 5. Mavs, they win their 2 home games because Luka plays in game 2. They win that one. Utah doesn't want to really play anymore. Somehow they muster up the ability to win game 3, and then they lose game 4 and then come back here and pack it up, and the Mavs kill them in game 5. I hope that's what happens.
Yeah.
But then I could see the Mavs getting swept, that Luka doesn't play, and Utah is better than the Mavs. If Utah is favored by 5, just going off of Vegas, Utah is favored by 5 tomorrow.
Yeah.
They win by, let's just say, right around that number, 4, 5, or 6 points. They do it again on Monday night, and then they go home and they win their 2 games, and Luka can't play in this series. Because if you're down 3-0, I don't want to bring Luka back down 3-0.
Yeah.
I don't want to take that risk that, hey, Luka's coming back. Let's see if we can win 4 in a row. No, that's just too big of a risk at that point to see if you can win 4 in a row. This is the most unlucky thing that could have happened to you going into this year's playoffs. So, Kevin, I'll go right now. Jazz in 6.
Okay.
Luka plays game 4, 5, and 6.
Okay. All right.
But not super healthy.
From the 682, Mavericks play at least 4 games. Oh, dear. From the 817, Mavs in 7, even if Luka misses 2 games. Now, that is interesting because that falls in line with exactly what I'm going to predict. I do say that Luka misses the first 2, but you figure out a way and you split it. And then it's not optimum Luka, but it's good enough Luka.
All right.
And the Mavs win in 7.
When you say split it, do you think the Mavs can, without Luka, lose Saturday and win Monday, or Saturday? Because to me, if they're going to split, they have to win tomorrow.
I think they can win on Monday, but I understand your line of logic. I actually think if they win on Monday or on Saturday, I'm really curious to see what happens on Monday, because then the Luka speculation will continue. Is there any quit in Utah speculation will continue. And even if there's not any quit in Utah, you have to sit there in that room and be like, yo, man, we just lost without their best player by far, and we lost. How is the rest of this going to go? So I think it's viable for them to win Monday, even if they lose on Saturday. But if they win tomorrow, I am really curious to see where the series goes from there. Reggie?
I think that Luka plays game 3. We've talked about where the sprain happened. It's a little bit higher up, which does bode well, or bode better at least for the prospect of a major injury.
Yep.
And I do think we know the type of guy that Luka is, and especially a lot of what we would consider elite level athletes where they want to get out there. So I do think that he could play in game 3. I have wonders about what that does for his game and how much he'd be able to punish, a guy like Rudy Gobert, right? I was interested in seeing this series because I wanted to see if Luka Doncic would continue to pick on him and put him in a place where he looked like Ivica Zubac from the last couple of series against the Clippers. I wonder how much he'd be able to do that with a hampered calf, even though I don't know how much of the calf strain will then stop him from being able to control the pace like he does. Because it's not like Luka's game is predicated on speed, but all of that change of direction stuff like we talked about at one point, Mike. I don't know what that does for it. So I think the series goes 7 games, and I've been flipping back and forth between the Mavs getting it done in 7 games or the Jazz winning in 7 games. And I think I'm a little concerned, but I think that Luka could tough it out in such a way where the Mavs could win in 7 games if he can get back in game 3.
Now, there's a lot of other...
I like y'all's predictions better.
There's a lot of other predictions here on the truckwreck.com text line, but I want to ask you this question specifically.
Yeah.
and I'll give you a couple different variations. But let's start with this variation. The team decides now he won't be ready until Game 5. But by Game 5, he'll be good to go. Like, good to go.
By Game 5?
By Game 5. But
I would predict you're down 3-1.
Okay,
but
you are down 3-1. What do? Are you like...
And you're saying he's good to go.
Yeah.
Just like if this was regular season, he's good to go. We'd be bringing him back right now. I'd say, yeah, bring him back. If like, because I think you have to look at this, not in this way. Playoffs, obviously, you push it a little bit more. You take a little bit more risk. But if it was the regular season and it got to Game 5, which is next Monday or Tuesday.
I think that is right.
If it became that and you were like, hey, man, he's ready to go, just like it was, I would put him in. If hey, he's rehabbed, he would be ready to go in the regular season. He's ready to go now. I'd be like, all right, let's go. But could you win 3 in a row being Dallas, Utah, Dallas? Maybe so. Maybe. And so I wouldn't predict it. I think it is tough to win 3 in a row that way, but maybe that would sway the whole series. The way that I just go back to this, the way that the Clippers somewhat got swept by the Clippers. The way that Utah got swept by the Clippers after losing the first 2 or they won the first 2 and then losing the next 4, they took the center out of play. They said, we're not playing centers anymore. Everybody that steps on this court, besides Zubac, played 8 minutes and 6 minutes and 7 minutes. They throw them out there for just about 5 to 10 minutes a night. But for the other 40 plus minutes a night, everybody on this court can shoot and will shoot 3-pointers. You hear me?
Right.
You catch it, you're open, you shoot a 3. And they destroyed the Jazz doing that. That has to be somewhat the Mavs' philosophy without Luka. Right. Because I do like having Dwight Powell out there. Dwight Powell has become unbelievable at setting the pick, giving Luka options, and then rolling and then making the basket when Luka gives him the dunker layup around the basket. But if you don't have Luka, then I feel like all 5 guys on the court have to be able to shoot the 3 and really have the ability to make the 3. That being said, we know Dwight Powell kind of can't. I know every once in a while he'll jack it up and hopefully it goes in. Maxey has just lost his shot completely in the second half of the season, and Bertans is awesome at it. I wonder how much Marquise Chris could get because he seems to be a little bit more confident in shooting that shot. I'm not saying I don't know how he's going to do in playoff minutes, even if he gets a minute of playoff minutes. But that's the way to beat the Utah Jazz. That's the way to take Rudy Gobert and their defense out of a game, is to be like, Rudy, you have to guard a 3-point shooter.